What's going on, Cloud Dreads family? Today I want to make a video and talk about some of the tools that I use, which is very few of them. I like to use a 0.5. Ooh, there it goes. 0.5 crochet hook. And then I also like to use a 0.6 crochet hook. I use one of these clovers. I don't use scissors at all. I use about 3 of these clips just for parting. And this is the comb I like to use. This is why. Right here, that little point, that's my main one. And if I have smaller locks, I like to use this side. And this is what I use to back comb. And it's an easy process. I want to explain why I use these two instead of the wooden ones that I see a lot of people using. As you can see, the points are very sharp. These hurt. I've had it to where it goes through my nail in, and I'm in shock. But with the right technique, not going too fast, not rushing the process, you're able to do a lot with a 0.5. So I know there's a 0.5s, 0.6. The 0.75s are mainly for thicker locks. But honestly, the 0.5 will probably grab 2 strands of hair at a time. The 0.75 will probably grab about 6 to 8, maybe even more strands. It's just a lot thicker. But it's off preference. But I've had some of those wooden crochet hooks, and honestly, they don't work as good as these right here. These are more dangerous. I used to put tape on my electric tape on my thumb, but for me, when I'm dreadlocking a hair, I like to work the body of the dread. Let's say this is a dread. Matter of fact, let's use one of mine's. So what I do is pretty much like a cocoon. I'll back comb the hair. Bop, 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 bop. Let's do a little bit of this. And then I'll get my 0.5, 0.6 when it's all frizzed up, and I go in the middle of the dread. And I start looping. That gives it the body of the dread. After, I'll twist the hair halfway, maybe full way, and I'll come in at an angle, right? So when I'm building the dread, it's straight up the middle, always working towards the scalp. When I'm about to detail, that's why I love this 0.5. It pretty much does it all. I'll come in as sideways, not directly in the dread, but on top of it. And I come in and I get those hairs in. Bah, bah. It's an easy process, but I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of patience. When I first started, all these were poke holes. And that's another thing too. I use my thumb as a thimble. I don't like to go past it. That's when you start ripping apart the hair, chopping it up in pieces. But this is so key though. I had a client this past weekend, his hair looked like a nest. I could have just easily went in there and start cutting hair, but you don't really want to cut the hair. To me, hair is very beautiful, and if we cut it in pieces, I know a lot of people at the end of the maintenance like to cut away the flyaway hair, but all you're doing is taking a long strand of hair and pretty much chopping it into pieces. So that's why I had a video on a short where this guy was just combing out his dreadlocks, but his hair was just coming out in pieces. It should never do that. When I first started practicing to do my dreadlocks, I was on a doll head. I combed out that doll head 7 times and did an install 7 times. The doll head still has the majority of his hair, but to me, a lot of people say, oh, the hair will never go back to being the same. Shit, excuse my language. Shoot, it doesn't really bother me. I have my dreads on forever. I didn't do this just for 2 months and then try to take it out and have a new hairstyle. I've had quite a few very different hairstyles throughout my life, but the dreadlocks, it just fits me. I love my dreadlocks. But is very simple. These two hooks, 0.5, 0.6, the clover, to just gently stab where you have the nest, and then you'll be surprised how easily the hair just comes out. This and 3 of these. This is all I need to do to create beautiful cloud dreads. Nice, fluffy, airy dreads. So there's a lot of dreads that I see that are stiff. See, I still get the same flexibility if I would not to have dreads. As you can tell, I love my curls. So my hair is bouncy. Same thing with my dread. Nothing different. You want flexibility. But see how soft they are? See how soft? They're fluffy. That's my video for today. Just wanted to show you some of the tools. I'm gonna have a couple videos showing how I create it, how I back comb, how I build that body, and how I cocoon it around the body, and it creates this beautiful dread. I'm out, Cloud Dreads. Have a good day.